Everyone believed the perfect neighbor. No one remembered deciding that. It just happened. Trust didn't arrive as a choice. It arrived as a feeling. A quiet conclusion people reached without discussion. He was already trusted. Before trust was ever tested. Nothing about him stood out. That was the point. He lived close enough to be familiar. Far enough to remain invisible. A steady presence. Predictable. Unremarkable. The kind of person people stop evaluating. Because evaluation feels unnecessary. When nothing has ever gone wrong. He waved at the same time every morning. Collected mail without fail. Watered plants when others were away. Lights were checked. Packages brought inside. Trash bins rolled back after pickup. Doors were locked. Then unlocked again. Not carelessly. Just comfortably. Nothing dramatic. Nothing worth retelling. Money was never discussed. It didn't need to be. It existed quietly. Behind doors. Inside envelopes. Between small favors. Trust made space for it. Not openly. Casually. Someone asked him to hold a spare key. Someone else shared a code they kept forgetting. Another neighbor left cash behind. Just in case. While they were gone. It wasn't reckless. It was efficient. People like efficiency. Especially when it feels safe. He always returned what was given. At first. Exactly. On time. Without reminders. No delays. No confusion. That mattered more than gratitude. Trust doesn't grow through kindness. It grows through consistency. Days passed. Weeks followed. Seasons changed. He learned how the neighborhood worked. Not by studying it. By existing inside it. Who left early? Who came home late? Which houses stayed dark? Which ones never did? Which doors were checked twice? Which ones never were? He learned where money waited. Not hidden. Just resting. Life became more expensive. Not suddenly. Not loudly. Quiet increases. Bills arrived a little sooner. Repairs couldn't be postponed. Groceries cost more than they used to. A job that paid the same. While everything else climbed. Pressure didn't announce itself. It accumulated. The kind that narrows thinking. Without breaking it. The kind that doesn't demand crime. Only adjustment. Only flexibility. The first decision was small. So small it barely felt like a decision. Not theft. A pause. Borrowed. Temporary. A gap that could be closed later. He told himself it wasn't real yet. He would put it back. Soon. Before it mattered. Nothing happened. No calls. No confusion. No concern. No reaction at all. That silence changed something. Not the amount. The meaning. The next choice came easier. Still small. Still quiet. Still reversible. Trust absorbed the difference. It always does. He remained reliable. Helpful. Available. People trusted him more. Because nothing ever went wrong. And because nothing went wrong. They stopped watching. Money stopped feeling personal. It wasn't savings anymore. Not plans. Not futures. Just movement. Numbers shifting from one place to another. He told himself he deserved margin. That he gave more than he took. That it all balanced out. No one checked. No one asked. That absence became permission. Small decisions became habits. Habits became routines. Routines became dependence. People stopped making copies. Stopped verifying. Stopped locking everything. The system adjusted around him. Without realizing it. Returning the money became harder than taking it. Not because of size. Because of structure. Replacing one gap revealed another. Fixing one imbalance created two more. Stopping would raise questions. Slowing down would attract attention. The system needed him now. So he continued. Not to gain. To maintain. This wasn't greed. It was momentum. Systems rarely collapse loudly. They drift. Until something stops aligning. An inconsistency appeared. Small. Too small to accuse. Too precise to ignore. A number that didn't repeat. A record that didn't match memory. A question was asked. Casually. The answer sounded correct. But wasn't. Another question followed. Then another. Access changed. Quietly. Procedurally. Keys were collected. Codes were updated. Favors were no longer requested. Trust didn't shatter. It thinned. Then disappeared. No confrontations. No accusations. No explanations. Just distance. Money returned to where it belonged. Slowly. Carefully. But trust didn't. He became someone people referenced indirectly. Without names. Without stories. Only caution. The neighborhood continued. With new habits. Extra steps. Extra locks. And somewhere else. Another ordinary person. Stood in a quiet role. Surrounded by trust. Watching money pass. Without resistance. Because the mistake was never trusting him. It was believing trust didn't need attention.